Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language is
rude.
happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit.
It's a family show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements, some things that might be uncomfortable, death,
sex, violence, drug use,
heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
Hi everyone, welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. Tonight we are continuing our series of Romantic Killer.
Yeah.
But first, I am one of your hostesses with the mostesses. I'm Stephanie.
Yes, and I am Hannah, who does not have as much hostess power.
Okay, we'll work on that. Tonight, Hannah, what are we drinking? You made our cocktail.
I did. I made a cocktail, and I have to remember this. This is all off the top of my head.
It's mostly cock, not enough tail.
Yeah, honestly, huge amounts of cock.
So much cock. Also, simultaneously, not enough of it.
Never enough, to be honest. So it is a couple of shots of sweet tea vodka.
Oh, is that the underlying flavor?
I think so. I think that's what you're getting.
I was going to say that to you. I was going to say it reminds me of iced tea.
Yeah.
But then we kept talking about other shit.
Mango and
other shit. And I never got that part out either. Okay, it definitely does taste like iced tea.
I did.
Sweet tea vodka, mango.
Sweet tea vodka, splash of the mango stuff, a little bit of that peach mixer. And then I even did a shot of the citrus vodka.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was regular vodka, and then I saw citrus, and it was like too late, and I had already poured it. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. And then like a shot of actual lemon juice. So it all like evens out.
Yeah, it does meld together very well. Predominantly with, the mango. The mango wine that's in here.
Yeah. So there's mango peach sweet tea drink.
That's
really
that
what
answers
it is.
A lot of my questions. So if you guys are wondering, yes, we are alcoholics.
Just in case you wanted to know, yes, truly.
Every Friday night up in my house, it is alcoholics night.
I mean, to be fair, I'm very sober through a majority of the week, and then Friday hits, and then I make up for the sobriety of the week. So it's
That's
cool.
amazing. I'm like this like every other day. Anyways, episode 9.
Yeah, episode 9.
Romantic Killer.
Speaking of drinks,
Truth. our episode title, Ginger Ale, is a force majeure.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes!
Majeure. I don't know. I think it's French. It's French. Majeure.
All right.
French.
Wiki indicates Anzu encounters Amin and Riporin, old friends from middle school, who cause her to remember a chubby boy named Tonta from elementary school. She suddenly remembers Tonta was Junta's nickname, meaning that she and Junta really are childhood friends.
Plot twist.
She just didn't recognize his asshole due to his weight loss.
And hair change.
And everything
And
changed.
height.
Honey,
All
honey.
of it.
Honey, honey, how he thrills me. Honey, honey. I do feel that way.
That's
All right. So Amin and Riporin?
Sure.
Riporin invite Anzu and Junta to their school reunion. Anzu is troubled, as Junta, being her real childhood friend, means his crush on her is real. Shock Pikachu.
Truly, that's what I was.
Riri, aka Potato Wizard, confirms that they never cast a spell to make Junta love her. All Riri did was help them reunite after years apart. At said reunion, a boy named Ryuya,
Yeah.
yes, nailed it, insists on
Ryuya.
playing games, girls versus boys, with punishments. But with Anzu's game skills, the boys lose consistently and have to, first of all, embarrassingly reveal their first crushes, then next, buy the girls ice cream, which I don't feel like is that terrible of a
It's
punishment.
not. It really isn't. Especially when it's from a vending machine.
I could think of many more maniacal ways to punish a group of men.
Absolutely.
We're just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, till later in the podcast. I feel like we should really delve
We're
deep
so
into that topic.
creative. I have so many ideas. Anyways,
So many.
Ryuya quits the reunion when... wait. I skipped a sentence. Okay, the boys have to reveal their first crush and buy the girls ice cream.
Yep.
Junta arrives later in the evening.
Yes, he does.
And Ryuya becomes bitter that he's become so handsome and popular. How dare you, Junta?
How dare you have a glow up?
Yes. So Ryuya quits the reunion, but when Anzu chases him, he admits Anzu was his first crush, but he was always jealous that she was closer to Junta. Anzu is able to turn him down while remaining friends. But Junta is again traumatized when Anzu claims she isn't interested in him either.
Oof.
Despite the rejection, Ryuya is determined to win Anzu's heart.
Look at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to get into that more later, but I feel like this is definitely plot twist. I didn't see any other bachelors or potential contenders
Right.
coming into the show.
Right.
So this definitely
It's very interesting.
threw me for a loop
Yeah.
that this was part of the story. I thought it was definitely going to be Ryuya being like gay for Junta, which how could
that
you
would've
not
been
be?
so much more interesting.
How could you not be?
Truly, I'm gay for Junta.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah. If you had a dick, you would be gay for Junta.
Yeah, because I'm straight for Junta.
Yeah.
So it just the consistency part is Junta.
Yeah. So that's where we are. That was our wiki synopsis with a little bit of our opinions.
But we'll definitely
take it from
delve
the top.
more.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the top,
so,
Anzu
Yeah.
on a subway
On a subway.
runs into two girls,
Yes, who turn out to be her
people she knew from middle school.
Middle school, like very young kiddo age.
Which is interesting because they talk about having known Junta before he became super hot. Didn't they look younger than middle school age to you?
Yeah, they look
They
more
look
like 6
elementary.
years old. Yeah.
Yeah, they looked like young elementary, like anywhere between like maybe kindergarten and second grade
Yeah.
is how it was drawn aesthetically.
I agree.
Not middle school.
No. And I know like the the age or grades specifically vary from America to Japan. Like, Japan middle school is different than America middle school,
Japan middle
but
school is
it's still like
5,
too
6,
young.
and 7,
Something like that, I think.
or is it 6, 7?
Oh, you know what? I think it's
8.
6, 7, 8. I think 8 is included in
6,
that.
7, 8.
Where 8 for us is...
No,
Wait.
9 for us is high school.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
9, 10, 11, 12 is high school.
That's right. I'm dumb.
You are a Baka bitch.
I am so Baka.
But still,
Yeah.
regardless, the way they were drawn did not look like middle school.
Yeah, they looked
did
like
not look
8 years
like
old.
8th grade. It did not look like 6th grade. It
Yeah.
didn't even look like 4th grade.
Right.
It looked very young.
Very young. So
Yeah.
I almost would say like middle school is kind of a faux pas here.
Yes.
And more like elementary. Like they're elementary-ish age.
Maybe Wiki got it wrong.
Yeah, it's possible.
Wiki's been known to get a thing or two wrong.
Just a little bit, which means society got things wrong, because anyone can edit the wikis.
Ooh.
It's true.
All the wikis should be used.
So, anyways.
So that's how Anzu comes to the realization with talking to the two girls on the subway that Junta actually is a childhood friend.
Yes, like for real,
It's not just a made-up scenario to further Riri's plotline.
Yeah.
But actually, oh yeah, I do have a vague memory of like, I used to play with this kid.
Yeah.
And so, again, that just lends credit to what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she could not have been in high school now when this takes place to saying, I don't remember my childhood friend from middle school.
Right, which
would have been like 2 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't remember his name. There's no possible way.
we called him Tonta or whatever. Tonta.
Yeah. Toes. We called him Toes.
We called him Toes.
Tonta.
Yeah, Tonta.
Yeah. And so I feel like that just lends more credibility to the fact that it could not have been middle school.
Right.
It was definitely elementary school. Someone that you've played with, like, between
When
the
you
ages
were
of, like, 5 to, like, 8.
Yeah, that I would
And
say
you
is
remember
appropriate.
them distinctly, but maybe you don't remember.
But not enough.
Yes.
Not enough.
But not versus someone that you knew 3 years ago, and then you're like, oh, they were my best friends
Like,
3
of
years ago.
course. Yeah.
I feel like 3 years, you should remember
You should know.
a couple of deets about
And if
them.
you don't, you should be ashamed. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what we're basically saying. Be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
For
like,
your bad memory.
For shame. Take your ginkgo biloba.
Oh, I like the worst memory. So understood. But my point still stands.
Yes. Like this. And like another thing that I'm going to kind of have a little bit of a bugaboo about with
Do
this.
the bugaboo. I was hoping you were going to say that.
Is the fact that these girls run into Anzu and they interact like they're really close friends, but throughout this series, it has been known that Anzu was mainly hanging out with boys and playing video games. I'm like, when the hell did you have time making girlfriends?
It was more that they just knew of her.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
But so again,
But they act like they're friends, and that like kind of bothers me a little bit.
the credibility here is weird. Well, it could have been one of those scenarios like they were those kind of girls who were very open and welcoming, and they like included Anzu and things, but she just was neutral.
Yeah, I guess
She was more like, yeah, sure, I'll eat lunch with you here. Oh, but wait, I'm just gonna go play video games over here.
I guess
Maybe like that,
I know.
because
they don't super delve into like necessarily
What
the
they did.
interaction between
Yeah.
Anzu and those two girls specifically.
And again, the age difference is what makes it weird.
Yeah.
Middle school interactions, this doesn't make sense.
Right.
But for elementary school, if someone that, like, a mutual person who just I was in elementary school with, like, female, I didn't have, shocker, many friends in elementary school,
No.
boys or girls.
Okay. Yeah.
But if someone from my elementary school who I could easily recognize their name and their face maybe today, and they're like, oh, hey, like, what's up? Like, I remember you used to hang out with, like, this one kid, you know, whatever, how's this going? But, like, be friendly enough because, like, I didn't have beef with you. You didn't have beef with me. I knew about you. I knew your friend group.
Fair.
You knew me. You knew my friend group.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. That's
kind of
fair.
maybe like that.
That's fair.
Which I feel like is even more so pointing to our case of it was much before middle school.
Yeah.
It was very early
agree.
on where those
Like,
memories are more just like...
Yeah. That's the official Baka Bitch stamp on that.
Yes.
Like we are saying it's not middle school, it is elementary school, baby.
Hard elementary.
Like super hard.
Early.
Like that.
Hard early elementary.
Like not even double digit ages here.
Yeah.
We're talking about 7, 8, 9, I would say.
Yeah.
In that age range.
Which makes sense that the other two girls who Anzu saw on the subway knew about Junta only in theory.
Yeah.
Really like, hey, didn't you used to hang out with that one kid
Or
who
was he just
also
imaginary? Oh.
played video games with you, but like they didn't really know about him?
Yeah.
And also they didn't correlate him with the Junta today.
Oh, absolutely not.
Once they find out about him, they're like, oh wait, oh my god, the popular guy, the really like cool,
Really tall.
who's like the
Athletic.
sports superstar. So like they also did know of him. Mm-hmm. Which again is like the story doesn't add up that it's middle school.
Yeah.
It had to have been earlier.
So that's what we're sticking to. You guys, if you have any fighting about it, like please
Talk
send
to my
us a
asshole
message.
about it. Talk to my asshole about
Yeah,
it.
like-
I don't buy it.
Tell me your theories. I want to hear your theories.
Okay, Hannah wants to hear
I
your
do.
theories. Put your theory anywhere but on the Instagram. Because
Yeah, put it on the threads. I'm on the threads.
if you put it on the gram, Stephanie is hard ignoring you.
Yeah, I'm gonna delve deep in with you, and I'm
Hannah
gonna
will
argue
do it.
with you.
Hannah will have the conversation. Stephanie's made up her mind.
So you'll know who is doing the social medias
It
by
was
who's
before then.
interacting and who's not. But anyways,
So the girls are like, "That's awesome! Like, let's hang out more.
we've been wanting to do a get together.
Let's go chatsies at the cafe real quick and just like
have a chill time.
let's
catch
have a
up.
cuppa. We love a good cuppa.
Cuppa.
And then they're like, BT dubs, while we're here at this cute cafe having a cuppa, why don't you just like call Junta? Like, if you actually know him now, like, we're
come
so
on.
curious.
We need to know.
You should
how
just
he's
call him.
doing.
And then Anzu's like,
Okay.
well, I guess I don't have a reason not to, but he's
Mm-hmm.
probably busy.
He's got, the baseballs
So
and stuff.
she gives him a ring-a-jing-jing on her cellular device.
Yeah.
And then,
one
like,
do.
cut scene, he's already there.
Yeah, he's like immediately like if they had animated it, he'd be like, I'm on my way. Hangs up, just starts
He's just
running.
sprinting like Naruto running over to her.
He would.
It
He
is what I
would.
envision in my head.
I
is
do.
Just,
Like this
books it to
boy
her.
has like 1,000% golden retriever
He is
energy.
such a puppy dog, and I love it.
Yeah, truly.
Also because he's so smoking hot.
So cute.
And his personality is just
he's
adorbs.
adorable.
So adorbs.
And like that's just the perfect trifecta of
It's everything.
Everything.
It's everything.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
everything. And so he gets there, and the two girls from Anzu's past is just like, huh? And just immediately like fall in love.
Yes.
And
Girl,
and they're
same.
like not hiding. They're like, hello, good sir. Like, yes, like you are really Tonta. That but you're hot.
So rude. Like, people can't grow up. Jesus.
Right?
These girls are just so two-dimensional.
Truly.
Goodness, these anime girls being two-dimensional.
Being anime
Literally
girls
and figuratively.
all around.
It really has, yeah, it really was like that. They were shooketh.
Which, fair. Because I'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I vaguely recall the chubby kid with the frizzy wild hair. Like, yeah. And then that, like, tall drink of water walks in, and you're just
Yes.
like,
tall drink of water.
Water.
So,
Yeah, that's
Anzu decides to go home and give Riri an earful.
Yeah, like after having the conversation, making more plans for the I guess reunion,
Yes.
but it's really just a
It's
small
like a
group
get-together.
of them. Yeah, a little
Because it's
get-together.
not even a high school reunion.
Right.
So they're reunioning from what they say is middle school, which is
not
like
middle school.
2 years ago.
Yeah. But it's more like, I don't know, what would that be, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago?
I don't even know.
I would say, roughly.
So they're
Anyways.
trying to put together a reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Anzu decides to have it out with Riri the second she gets home. Like, Riri, yeah, wizard potato. Who's not in a wizard potato form, but is currently in a female
form.
Female form.
Female, yeah.
Female humanoid form. And then that's when Riri's like, so if I could make people like have feelings for other people, I would have just done that to you. Because that would make my life eons easier. And then Riri's like, okay, actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Then she realizes, okay, so what's happening around her is not necessarily all Riri's doing. Yes, Riri has pulled some strings and orchestrated things to Anzu's advantage. But hasn't necessarily made the feelings exist.
Right.
The feelings that are there are the feelings that are there. Mm-hmm. Which, it kind of seems like embarrasses her a little bit. But she seems not as upset towards Riri anymore.
Right. Because, I mean, I could see being in Anzu's position and assuming, Riri has coordinated everything through magic, like this isn't even real, so like I could be where Anzu's at and be like, this is really frustrating, kind of icky, like when it's
why
not
would
even
I
authentic.
even play into this?
Yeah, because
this isn't not real.
It's not real. It's all make believe. They're under your spell, blah blah blah. That has a lot of ick factor to it. But now that Riri has explained, like literally that is a law against magic. We can't do that. It's a big no-no. It kind of is like, oh, okay, so this is way more serious than I thought.
Right.
And the fact that Juntaa's love is real, and I love that. I love that so much.
Yes. His love definitely looked very authentic, though.
Oh, yeah. It always has.
You could see the little stars in his eyes. And even in the midst of her chaos, he's just like, she's so cool.
She's perfect.
She's the coolest girl ever.
I guess I could make you some dinner, but I'm going to burn it. I'll eat it. I will eat everything, Anzu.
That.
Yeah,
it's
just
amazing.
Truly pure love and a real childhood friend. So, hey. So I think that kind of changes Anzu's perspective in a lot of ways, at least towards Junta. She hasn't even given a single thought about like Tsukasa or Hairy Cheeks.
Yeah.
This is all about Junta.
Yeah.
And
just fair. It's all it should be about.
It should always be about Junta.
Should mostly be about Junta.
And so she's like, I think she kind of has her own realization, like, oh, okay, this is way more serious than I thought it was. This is like his feelings are actually real. So that kind of changes the game a little, because if it was just Riri having a guy under a spell to like fake this love, then it's kind of like, okay, fucking whatever. But now it's like, oh, there's actual like real, like someone's real feelings.
Right.
Who was actually a real childhood friend and somehow had this huge glow up and I didn't recognize him. Like that, then I would definitely be reacting differently around him too.
Yeah, it changes a lot of things.
Oh, for sure. And you can even see that with Anzu when they were walking home together at one point, and he looks at her, and Anzu looks at him, and she just gets like this kind of bashfulness about her, like, oh my gosh, how do I even function at this point? But it's just, I don't know. I'm just kind of glad it's working out that way.
Yeah. Again, a plot twist, but a pleasant plot twist for us.
A good one, and
we're happy about it.
I can't be annoyed by Riri because of this. I'm like, okay, there are actual laws within the magic realm that Riri cannot cross, know?
No, it's
and
fair.
I love that. So I'm like, okay, this changes the game, really.
Yeah, we didn't know coming into this anime really much about the laws that Riri is bound to.
They did not explain.
It was kind of just more like, surprise,
yeah,
motherfuckers, here I am. Bippity boppity boo.
You must create children for Japan.
And so I feel like we've got a little bit more of the context and more of the structure for what can and cannot be done by Riri's power alone.
Yeah.
So
anyways, so they Anzu actually decides to meet up for this reunion thing.
This reunion thing turns out to be like 7 people.
Yeah. And we're like, woo,
which is
fun
awesome.
times. And
okay, I'm here for a good 7-person hangout, but let's not call that 30. A reunion.
Yeah, it's really not.
It's not a reunion.
It's not. And so she gets there, and she's dressed all cutesy, but kind of casual. Still still very Anzu. It's not like she's wearing, a super nice dress or anything like the boys have dressed her up in before.
But she's also not wearing a cat onesie, to her credit.
Yeah, the only cat thing was a necklace she was wearing, which I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever.
We can deal with it. We can work with it, Anzu. We can work with it.
We like the subtle nod to your obsession. It's cool.
It's fine. Yeah, we're here for it.
Cool. We love it.
Have your individual preferences.
Yes.
Love it.
I adore it. It's great. But, so she's all dressed up thanks to the help of female Riri and Tsukasa, who kind of helped her out too. And she gets there to the reunion, and she's meeting up with all these other classmates.
So it seemed like the reunion was either at an arcade or a mall or something, someplace where there was multiple.
It's kind of like there was a bowling alley in part of it. I would say it's kind of like a multi-level entertainment thing.
Probably something we don't necessarily have in America.
No.
At least not where we live in America.
No.
But yeah, it just was an entertainment area. So I guess you could say, for American terms, a mall where you could just do different things.
An activity mall.
Because at one point, they got ice cream out of a vending machine.
Right.
There's a lot of things happening. They had the bowling alley.
And then they had the karaoke, and they almost made it seem like it was in one building.
It did seem like it was all in one building.
It's probably kind of like a
entertainment district.
Yeah, an Incredible John's
Incredible Pizza.
Yeah, that
Incredible John's.
Incredible John's.
Yes, like a Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's. But one level is bowling alley and whatnot. One has karaoke. And there was probably more to it, but that's what they decided to do.
A little glow-in-the-dark mini golf.
Yeah, a little laser tag.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking in my head is what this area was.
Yeah.
That's where they met, which is very fun for your high school age.
Oh, for sure.
Very cool. You can always find something to do. In this case, one of the dudes, because it was pretty evenly split. I think it was 5 guys and 4 girls, or 5
something
and 5.
Like that, yeah.
Approximately. There was not that many of them. A handful of each. And then one of the dudes was like, I know what we should do. We should play a game. We should make this a competition. Guys versus girls. And the winning team gets to make the other team do something.
Yeah, they've got to be
like,
punished.
It was pretty vague for like what the thing had to be.
And I was like, go on.
And then it was like they have to say their first crush. Which was like, okay, the stakes are like not very high, but okay, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah, because
I mean, I guess it is when you say that and like your crush is actually standing right there. High school is kind of, that might be traumatizing at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I'd be like a little conflicted because I could just be straight up make something up,
right?
Like not even having to do with like classmates. If it was a classmate, I could just be like, oh yeah, this celebrity was my first childhood crush,
right?
You know, whatever, no big deal. Okay, but like I think the only way, if I were in that position where I had lost a game and I had to confess, like if I had a crush on someone, especially if it was a classmate, I think if I were removed enough and from the crush and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm super over it, and I don't have any shame or like nervousness about it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I totally had a crush on you or whatever if they were there, you know, like whatever.
That's perfect, Hannah, because that leads me into my question of the night.
Boy,
Hannah, who was your childhood crush?
Who wasn't my childhood crush?
Let's hear it. Who was Hannah's childhood crush?
Man.
Tell it to us for the first time. Be vulnerable.
Be vulnerable. It depends. Like, I don't know.
Give as much detail as possible.
See, the problem is as I said, who wasn't my childhood crush?
Think about the one who was mostly the alpha-ist of alphas.
The alphas.
In your mind.
That everyone knew was an alpha.
In your mind.
Childhood. I'm trying to really think back on this. Are we going for real people?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, Anzu. Oh, all my crushes were video game characters, though.
Hannah,
what?
Get serious.
Serious. I really have to think back because, as I said, like, I had a lot going on.
Think. I'll tell everyone about mine.
Yeah, you tell yours.
My first crush that I can vividly recall was from in 4th grade. There was a transfer student that year.
Always a transfer student.
A transfer student from China, I think.
Oh, wow.
He's a Chinese boy, but he was like a very tall Chinese boy. And he was very suave.
Of course.
And every time during like our heads down time, so this was the thing at my elementary school, we used to come back from recess and the teacher would like turn off the lights and we would sit at our desks and we would put our heads down on our desk to like cool off for like 10 minutes or something. I think the teacher was just fucking around. I don't know.
They're nursing a hangover.
What the teacher was doing.
They want their medicine to kick in.
We were all cooling off after our hard-earned recess time with our heads down on the desk. And one of my good friends at the time and I, like, we were in this competition to, like, win his affection. And he would always do all these, like, cool things. Like, he would, like, make all these origami things. Like, this is my idea of cool things in 4th grade.
I mean, you know what?
He knew how to make all the origami shit. Like, I knew how to make a couple things. Just from knowing how to make them and also growing up with like a very Japanese grandmother who would turn everything into origami. She'd be like subtly take my gum wrapper and like turn it into a crane and be like, here you go. And I would be like, what?
Grandma.
If it was unimportant papers in front of her, it was just origamied into like some form of like, it was a crane, it was a box, it was like a thing.
You know what? I can relate.
And so,
that's fair.
Yeah. And so, I all I mean to say is like I was not an origami noobs.
Right, right.
But he was very much more origami savvy, and he would make these origami boxes that would consist of multiple pieces of origami paper that you would have to fold in the same manner to put all the origami folds together to make a box.
Yeah.
And inside the box, he would put a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, he gave me, like, the first one, and there was a penny in there.
Oh.
Okay, in my 4th grade brain, he gave me a penny.
That was money.
He put money in there. He put money. Currency. Like, I was basically his prostitute.
Yeah.
Like,
he was paying you to be his girlfriend.
I was his hoe. Yeah. Like, and I was here for it. I was convinced that I was his top hoe.
Oh, for sure. You definitely
I was, like, bragging about it with, I'm going to say my one friend. I kept this shit for forever. Like, it was on my nightstand. It was everywhere. And then one day, he made my friend one. And he put a quarter in it. I was devastated. My life was never the same. My ruined. 4th grade life was permanently shattered.
Truly, that's
I don't know if
sad.
he really put a quarter in there or if she, like, changed it out at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know the nuances. All I know is I was destroyed. Like, that was my first heartbreak.
That's fair.
And I never really talked to him.
But hey, you
this is 4th grade love, right?
Yeah.
This is 4th grade. And I feel like this is very raw 4th grade.
Yeah, that truly
Not
is.
this Anzu shit, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I ask you, Hannah. Okay. Tell me about your first crush. I've been vulnerable with everybody.
Okay, first crush.
Here we go.
Okay.
Also, his name was Kevin.
Oh, fuck you, Kevin.
Fuck you, seriously.
Probably wasn't even his actual name. He just Americanized it.
24-cent difference. I was worth those 24 cents.
Kevin, if you're listening to this,
fuck you.
Fuck you.
Also, Venmo me 24 cents. We'll call it good.
Yeah. I don't even... Could it go that low?
I don't know. It's just really funny.
That's fair.
But I could let it be at peace in my head. I wouldn't have to stay awake at night thinking about
24
my rejection and 24 cents.
Sure, you could finally move on if you got that 24 cents.
I could finally be at peace.
Okay,
anyways,
sure.
Stop laughing at me. Let's talk about your crush so we can laugh at you, Hannah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, absolutely, you should. So I don't necessarily know if I really had a crush on him, but
tell me more. I can tell you.
I accidentally got a boyfriend in kindergarten, so that was fun.
Go on.
We talked a little bit one day and like held hands and.
Talking a little bit one day and then held hands.
Yeah.
I love it.
One day and in kindergarten and there for some odd reason like we're just minding our own business and holding hands as one does with their boyfriend in kindergarten. And someone from a different grade, like obviously older because
you're in kindergarten, you're a low man on the totem pole.
Low man.
The lowest of men.
Truly. So whenever... Basically semen. Great. Truly.
Continue.
Like just barely. Fresh out the womb, practically. So, like a couple grades older, because it was a K through 12 kind of school. We were at recess, mind our own business. Some sort of older grade person says something to us that was rude. I don't remember what it was. I was like 6. So, and I just remember like, oh, come on, we need to go. This is stupid, and just like leaving, just like
here for it. Continue.
Because my boyfriend was all just like, just like. As
alpha E as you get in kindergarten.
Absolutely, like proving his alphaness, and I was just like, no, it's okay, just let it go.
Kindergarten ego,
just let it go.
Let's
we just need to go. We just need to leave.
He's trying to defend your honor.
Yeah, truly.
As a kindergartner.
I mean, that is the most any man has ever done in my life.
I really love this. Tell me what happened.
I really don't know too much after that. Memory is vague. It's been over 20 years, so that's,
Was he your boyfriend for any more days besides the one day?
I don't don't really know. I know he called me one night, like on the phone.
Ooh.
I know, like called on the landline.
Yeah, this was back in the before cell phones.
Yeah, this was
private numbers. This was
landline.
Like anyone could answer the phone. Anyone could pick up a different phone in the house and be listening to
yes,
shit.
absolutely.
Oh,
it was
God.
Like during dinner, and he called.
What a controversial time
I
to
know.
call.
And like either
God,
one
he
of my
really
parents,
was an alpha.
He really was, and he like one of my parents answered naturally, and so like truly, what a man to be like, yes, I would like to speak to your daughter, please. You know, and so we had like literally like a 3-minute talk on the phone, and then I was like, I gotta go dinner. It's dinner time. I have to have dinner. Yeah.
Think about how different your life could have been, Hannah, if you would not have cut it off after 3 minutes.
I know. I could have been married, could have had little 6-year-olds of my own having boyfriends. Truly.
It's the worst.
I know. Don't do it.
Like kids having crushes. I cannot.
It's too much. It's
different
too much.
Conversations for a different day.
That's fair.
I really love that.
Yeah.
We need to look him up.
Yeah. His name was Christian. I know. That's what I remember. I remember what he looks like.
I gave Hannah a look just now.
I know.
I don't have a bias against that name. I just do.
But
anyways, we gotta look him up.
Yeah, see what he's doing. I'll have to find
Facebook stalking.
I'll have to find the yearbook. See if I can dig that up, and then
that would be awesome.
Because I know his name. I know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so just do a little
we
Facebook.
should do that.
He's probably married.
We should both
solid,
bring our yearbooks
healthy.
at some point and flip through it, and then we could each tell each other about yearbook people who look interesting.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? You could look through mine, I could look through yours, and then we could just question each other. That would be so fun.
I at least know where my high school yearbooks are. I don't know.
No idea where mine is.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure I threw them in the trash.
Girl, no.
I just didn't care about any of that shit. But I could check. Maybe I can find it.
Please do.
I don't actually know.
Please do. I can't believe you threw
I had
those
one from
away.
every year, and I'm pretty sure I threw them away.
Oh my gosh. Didn't your parents pay for those?
Yeah. When I said I didn't care about people, like, I literally did not care. Well, my parents were like, you're going to want it for the memories. And then, like, people saw that I had a yearbook and wanted to sign it. And I was like, I guess you could sign it.
I am surprised you even allowed them to sign it.
Yeah, my first year after I transferred high schools, I brought my old high school's yearbook in for people to sign.
Sure, yeah.
A couple people were like aghast. They're like, I'm not going to sign this. This is not our high school. And I was like, okay. Well, I don't care enough about you to care about your signature. Also, I'm going to throw this in the trash in like 3 weeks.
Stop.
I know. I was such a fucking bitch. I say it like was. I still am. It's the worst. Okay.
I love you for it. It's fine.
Back to our anime.
Yes.
So they're having mucho gusto fun.
Yeah.
At their fun center.
Yeah, and Anzu, by the way, is winning like every single game.
Yeah, she's killing it because she's the game master.
Which is weird to me because
video
tapping
games
buttons
and real life games not the same.
No, does not correlate.
But Anzu's just spiritually gifted in games.
I guess
all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she is winning.
Yeah, we should have put her on some of the crane games. Because she could have won some of the big stuffies.
Yeah, some nice Pokemon plushes.
So, their first game, they did a round of bowling. Boys versus girls. And that's where Anzu kicks some fucking ass.
Like
and
all of them.
The boys had to tell their first crushes, which is where this conversation has evolved from.
Yeah.
So all the boys confess their first loves, and that is that. They go to do their next activity where they are karaokeing for scores.
Right.
And Anzu is still superior.
Yeah.
In the karaoke.
I was shocked. shocked, I tell you.
Yeah, and that's when Junta shows up, because Junta had always planned to go to the reunion, but he had already indicated, I can't make it on time, I'm going to be late.
Because baseball things.
So now is his moment. He shows up into the karaoke room, and that's when some uncomfortable conversations happen where the girls are fawning over him. Oh my gosh, look at you. Stars in our eyes. And pretty much all the guys are like, whoa, you're on this team. That's so cool. That's awesome. Can I get your autograph?
Yeah,
Amazing.
like we actually know your name. Like you're so popular and talented in baseball. Like I follow you, dude. And there's one guy that is the holdout through all of that who just starts making a fuss, and that is Runya or whatever. Runyon.
Ryuya?
Ryuya, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ryuya. And he's just like, oh, so what if you just grew tall and sexy? Like, that ain't nothing. You just come here to show off and blah, blah, blah.
How dare you be tall, dark, and handsome?
Like, how dare you exist in my presence? And
being more attractive than me.
and,
Which is essentially what he's on about.
Yeah, and Anzu is just like, hold up. No, you're not going to talk about Junta that way.
Yeah.
He actually works really hard for what he's got and what he's doing. And naturally, because he's worked so hard and because people grow up, like, yeah, people are going to change. Like, you need to chill. And Ryuya is just like, I'm going to leave then, and just runs out of there like a little whiny baby.
He's totally being pouty.
And Anzu
chases after him. Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little...
But she do.
It's a little much. But she do be doing that because she's a good girl. And she's like, hold up. What's your problem, bro? Yeah. You need to just, not... Like, let's just go back in there. Just because I totally reamed into you doesn't mean that they're going to hold it over your head. It's fine. And he's like, no, I don't want to go. I'm going to leave, and it's better this way. And, long story short, he finally confesses that his first crush wasn't actually one of the teachers, but it was Anzu.
Go figure.
Oh, so shocking. So shocking. And he is like, yeah, I didn't think that I would have these feelings for you still, but here I am having feelings for you. And Anzu, like, straight up was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Because you're a trash bag.
Yeah, because you are a two-timer, as they said, more or less.
A two-timing trash bag.
Yeah, two-timing trash bag.
And I want someone who can be committed to me, even if there's some distance there.
Yeah.
Fair.
Who's not going to cheat on me.
Fair, girl.
I'm like,
fair.
Yeah, that's literally actually like really kind of like low level stuff. Like that should be unspoken rule of a relationship if you're going to be exclusive. Like, yeah, like don't cheat on me and, just be a good person. Like bottom of the barrel, shouldn't be hard, but, here we are having to tell people that it's fine. But he's like kind of more or less stating that he's devastated that he's rejected. And like through this whole conversation, the two girls from the train who ran into Anzu and Junta are there. And like around the corner hiding as this conversation's going, and Ryuya is confessing his feelings, and Junta's like panic, like, oh no, not another one. But as soon as Anzu rejects him and is just like, no, I can't, like, first of all, I don't want to date someone who could cheat on me. And like, I still want to be your friend though. And that's kind of around the time that the three of them come around the corner And they're laughing at Ryuya.
Well,
they're
they also been peeping for
That's
minutes.
true. They've been peeping hard.
spying.
And they're like, ooh, Ryuya got rejected. And I'm like, damn, that's harsh, man.
Yeah.
But, you know, Anzu's like, oh yeah, of course they're here. They were worried. They were worried about you.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryuya's like, is that true? And everyone's just like, which I'd have been like, nah, I'm just here for the goss, the hot goss, the drama.
Yeah. I feel like this episode just proves that Riri doesn't need to really be involved.
No, Riri
the drama
does not.
can now unfold without their intervention.
They're stinking teenagers. Like, hormones do all of the work.
Yeah, Riri laid some groundwork, and now I'm excited
It's
just
just
to sit back and watch.
Yeah. Yeah, but more or less, like, that's kind of the episode in a nutshell. I know we took a lot of time talking about crushes, but that's fine.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
love
hear about
that.
my crush.
No, I love that. I love that for us.
We can snip that part out. That's fine.
No, because we didn't even, like, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago?
No.
You didn't even say, like, what your two, I mean, like, your two, like, Tootie sandwich people would
You're
be.
a tootie.
Quit going off topic. I will corner you.
Okay, bye.
Oh, bye.
Baka bye.